Okay, I hope you're doing well. We're just going to give it some time for more people to come in. Hi, Rosie Posey. Shalom. All right. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Shalom, everybody. All right. All right. Shalom, Cassie. I'm just glad we have a mild day. We haven't had one of these in a long time. All right. See if I can get onto my other channel. Okay, here we go. All right.
Not being able to touch.
All right.
Your skin is...
Okay, good. All right, y'all. I just got to pull up what I'm going to show you on the screen. It's got to pull up what I'm going to show you on the screen. All right. Stop that right there. Yeah. All right. We're all set. We're all set. Shalom, family. Shalom. I know I didn't give very much notice for this, but it won't be long. I'm just going to discuss some of the recent articles that have been coming out about COVID found on food packaging and in meat. And also, it's in the vegetables too, especially if you have workers that are sick, that's picking all of this food. And I'll talk a little more in depth about this, but this country really got their priorities all wrong. And I guess I just don't expect better from them when it comes down to reporting. There are so many things we need to know, and they are just skipping right over it. And to me, Trump is really not talking about much except for a bunch of lies. We don't need to hear a bunch of lies during this time. If anything, they need to give him less press during this time. He doesn't need more, he needs less. He's not saying anything that is really significant for the public. They need to cut his time down a lot, significantly. If we're going to hear lies, then what is the point? Except for giving us bad information. All right, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. What I'm going to discuss today are some of the recent articles that I have seen come out over the past week in regards to coronavirus and the food supply. Instead of this country talking about vaccines that don't even exist, they need to talk about the things that really are impacting us, and that's the food supply. We all got to eat every day. So you need to know if that food is contaminated, and it is. All right, everybody. Thank you for giving me the ones. So I know you see my screen. Thank you for that. All right. All right. All right. Recently, ladies and gentlemen, I would say over the past few days, there's been quite a few articles coming out talking about the food wrappings, and you're going to see some of it in this slide that I created. Brazil recently sent chicken wings and Ecuador shrimp over to China, and they tested it and it had COVID in it. Okay. And also the packaging in Chinese cities across America, they tested and found coronavirus in the frozen food package. Okay. And then New Zealand also, frozen food packaging has coronavirus. So I'm just taking it that this must be all around the world. And as you can see, meat carcasses are contaminated with COVID. And even if you don't eat meat, you're still not safe because your vegetation is being picked, your fruits and vegetables are being picked by sick migrant workers. So there's no doubt if they are touching your meat and vegetables, then that tells you right there, it's got to be in there. All right. Now, I'm not sure about COVID. Now, I know a lot of people think, oh, well, you cook it, you're okay. We don't know that. Not about COVID. COVID is very different from anything else. Now, salmonella, yeah, you're right. If it's salmonella and you cook your meat or whatever salmonella in thoroughly, you pretty much kill the salmonella. But nothing has been tested for COVID. We don't know if you cook the food and it's still there. We don't know that yet. And I was trying to go out and look to see if there was any testing done to that level on the cooked foods. If it dies out in the cooked foods, there's nothing out there. Believe me, I've been searching for the last couple of days. There's nothing out there that says it kills it off when you cook it. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is a game changer. You may be actually getting COVID from food packaging, and you're believing you got it off of a person. And that's not necessarily true. You don't have to get it from a person if it's on food packages that you get from the market or it's on the actual food itself. And think about this. How many people eat salads? How many people eat salads? There's a lot of people that eat many things that are not cooked, like your fruits and many vegetables. And, we have to think about this kind of stuff. I mean, you're feeding yourself, you're feeding your families. And this is what the media need to be talking about and stop doing all that babbling about Trump and his lies. Oh, we caught Trump in a lie. Well, Trump's been lying since he's been on this earth. Who cares? Or talking about these vaccines on a 24-hour cycle. The vaccine don't exist. I don't care about something that don't exist. When it does exist, talk to me about it. I don't have to hear about that shit every day. Talk about the things that are going to impact our lives. And food is going to impact our lives. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is why nobody trusts the mainstream news. And they want to know why. Because they don't talk about the things people care about. If people care about a certain topic, they got to come to the internet for that. You can't rely on them. They're going to just keep you in the dark about everything. All they're concerned about, oh, and the economy, your economy is dead. Okay, your economy is dead. And as long as you keep sending school children and people out here working and they all are getting sick, and now it's so bad, y'all. If you get sick from your job with COVID, these companies are trying to fire you for getting sick. More than likely, you got sick there. And you got Mitch McConnell that want laws in place so that you don't have to, you don't have the right to sue your employers if you get sick with that stuff. And he also, and I heard this kicked around, if you make the claim that you got your COVID-19 from your job, you got to prove it. You got to prove where you got it from. That's bullshit. You shouldn't have to do all of that. But see, this is how the wicked system works. So they want to put the burden of proof on you on where you got it. Oh, well, you got to prove that you got it on your job. These people are just evil. So much to the point where who the hell would want to get up and work for somebody this damn evil? Yeah, Doug, I believe you. You said, Lisa, this is happening on Great Lakes Naval Base here in Illinois. I believe it. A lot of stuff is contaminated that we are not thinking about, y'all. And this place ain't going to tell you. They're not going to tell you. The only thing we can do is the precautions that we know how to do. Wash any of the food that you bring home. And be careful when you're handling the packaging, because the packaging seems to be where the virus is. And I'm sure it's in the meat and vegetables. Believe me, if I could find a way to test this stuff myself, I would. I would actually cook the food and then test it to see if anything is there. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, you may have to think about washing your cans and even the packaging of the food before you open it. So, it may be extra precautions, but it's worth doing if it's going to prevent the spread of the virus in your household. Yeah, the way they're functioning in this country and how they're running things, you would think they want everybody with COVID, including the children. Look at all these kids. They haven't even been in school 1 week, and they're shutting places down until the end of the month. Forget it. Don't even open it back up. And then you got Trump's stupid ass sitting up there talking about online classes are no good. Kids need to be in school. Man, if you don't go sit your stupid ass down, nobody should be listening to this man. He got the common sense of a rock. This man is dumb. Yeah, everything from what I understand, Corey, everything, packaging, the food itself, and I can't remember what place it was. They had tested the water and they found traces of COVID in the water. So this is a problem. This is a big problem, y'all. Because we all got to eat. We all got to handle food at some point in time during the day or even in the evening if that's when you eat. Yeah. So I was going to say that too. Thank you, Michelle Harvey, for. So what you're going to have to do, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm just talking to my people. Get the Clorox wipes or the Lysol wipes to wipe down everything that you bring home from the market. And also, you can even buy the alcohol wipes. I have those. And you can get them from your local pharmacy. And just keep them in the kitchen for when get food. You can just wipe them all down thoroughly, the packaging and everything in your cans when you get home with everything. So that might be the best solution for now. And if you don't have that, use good old soap and water. You use it for your hands. So you're just going to have to use it for your packaging. If you absolutely don't have wipes, use soap and water. Mm-hmm. Well, and a lot of it, y'all, they are forcing, and see, this is what I don't like. They are forcing a lot of these essential workers to work sick. Many of them are out here working sick. They know they're sick, but because jobs are so scarce, these people are so rotten and dirty, they are threatening to take their jobs if they don't come to work. So a lot of folks are getting up. They know they're sick and they just keep going to work because they fear not having their jobs. And you saw what Trump did to these meat packing plant workers. He signed an executive order so they can't stop working. And they are sick. It is bad. It is bad. It is rampant in those plants. The last story I did a few weeks ago, 10,000 of them were diagnosed with COVID. I think that is so damn cruel and mean to make someone work to the point where they fear losing their job if they take time off. But that's what they're doing in this country, y'all. That's what they're doing. And see, they're trying to make it so your employer got all the power and you have zero power. That's what Mitch McConnell wants. He wants the employer to have all the power. And if you get sick from your job, you have no power. You have no way to come at them. You can't sue. You can't do nothing. That's the position he wants the public in. And that just go to show you. And look, just the way they're doing the stimulus package and their talks are falling apart and people don't have money and they're just fighting. In the meantime, people are out here starving while they're in the background fighting over everything. These people, they are so unreliable. It's not even funny. And they think they're going to save this joke of a country. This place had no chance of making it. No chance. You built your entire foundation off of the backs of a whole different group of people, and you thought that was going to last forever. You had to be retarded to believe it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I am not going to keep you long. I just wanted to show you this. I've been watching this like this one came out on August 12th. I had another one I think was also on the 12th. So these are pretty recent. So just be careful out there. If you got to keep wipes, In your car, keep them in your car if you have to. And any products, you can even wipe them down in your car before you take them into your house. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. It is so messed up in this country right now. It's not even funny. But there's no doubt anymore. These folks are not leaders. They are not leaders. They never were. Just because you want to lead everything, that don't mean you are a good leader. And they have never been good leaders. They have never been that. Yeah, I have that too. Thank you, Joseph, for the super chat. Thank you for the information. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I have both the Clorox and the Lysol wipes, and I have the alcohol wipes. So I have all of them because I like, especially, just wiping down the counter real fast, and I will use those. Well, you know what, Kirk Black? Yeah, they are. But you know what? We don't have to make it easy for them to do it, do we? We certainly don't have to. Yes, you're right, Jamal Bay. The Clorox spray is good. Any of your spray, especially if it kills 99.9% of bacteria, then yes, that's always good to use. Yeah, see, Doug, I do know that. In the military, yes, they have a lot of packaged food. Yeah, they sure do. Hmm. Yeah, so you use what you feel. You're right, Heather Gooch. Vinegar is definitely good, but we just have to do things at our discretion now. We got to rely on each other. We cannot rely on politicians and this government to do the right thing. They're completely unreliable when it comes down to your everyday life. Yes. Yes, ban Samuel. Yes, peroxide too. Hmm. Yeah, I do that. Sisters, knit, and more. Not only do I wash my mask, I also spray disinfectant on them too until the next time I wear them. You know? Yeah, well, it's deliberate, and a lot of it is also, it proves that a lot of people in this country are doing jobs and they are sick. It also proves that. And they don't care. These folks have never cared about how they get their money. If anytime a person will enslave you to become rich, they don't care how they get their money. And yes, they'll get their money today off of the backs of sick, poor people that really shouldn't be on the job at all. But yes, they will work those people so that they can keep their pockets filled. So they don't care about any of us and never will. Yes, definitely pray over your food and pray over anything that goes in your body. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to keep you any longer. Thank you so much for coming. And everybody, if nothing else, have a nice day. And oh, I had a live stream for 2 o'clock. I'm rescheduling that until tomorrow. I'm not going to be able to do that. I am going to do that live stream, but I'm just postponing it a day just to let everybody know. All right, everybody, please enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe Keep your immune systems up for yourself and your family, and may the Most High be with you and keep you protected during these times, boy, because it's getting ready to get really rough in this country. Shalom, family.